So, have you ever heard the age-old tale of a man saving a kitty from the endless abyss? Well, in this part, a kitty saved Matthew from the empty abyss. Unfortunately, in the process, that kitty sacrificed her life.
Aww.
Oh, yeah,
What?
Jordy is not joining us right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yet, you have me instead, so yes, it is a curse upon you all.
Well, no, that's the thing. Like, I think she's doing something worth her folks. On the way, I forgot you guys hate those excuses. I mean, she got kidnapped by a rock troll.
No, she got
Oh,
kidnapped by a
stop.
mermaid, which we're about to beat the shit out of. Calamaria in High Seas Hijinks.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite song in the game, by the way.
And Logan can vouch for me, we suffered with Calamaria in this run-through.
In co-op, at least, yeah.
Real quick, was she the basis of Ellie?
She was pretty much the face of the game for a long time.
For a lot of people, anyway.
That's
Yeah,
true.
she was like one of the last couple bosses they showed off, yeah.
By the way, this combination is one of the worst.
Yes.
Hold on, the absolute worst is
A seahorse.
this right here!
Yes.
Oh yeah. Bring on the dead sailors.
Yeah, hence why James and I had a lot of frustrations with this.
Worst part is, though,
Oh my.
try
Oh
doing
my.
this. Try doing this on Expert. And try
Ooh.
getting an S rank.
Yeah, congrats if you did that. So,
Ooh.
I was able to beat it on Expert. I am still not on S rank.
other than that, other than that, not much to see apart from, keep a good eye. Nice. Wait, can you
Oh!
get me? Nah, it's just James
No.
now. Just
Oh,
keep a
wait.
No,
strong...
no, I thought I saved you.
Look out for the
okay.
seahorse.
But yeah, other than that, just keep a strong eye on, on everything because she is not your main enemy for now.
It's everything else, like the eels.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
turned her into Medusa.
I have to imagine how much of a fun time the animators had doing animating
Wait,
that.
guys, does that mean that Calamaria has turned into
Oh boy.
Does that mean that Calamaria has turned into Calamedusa?
I mean,
Yes.
it's not really a pun, but I'll
Shut up!
I'll allow it.
Yeah, you know what? Speaking of puns, I'm kind of... Maybe you guys were so numb to Matt's puns that you didn't hear me say that there is a seahorse.
Jeez. Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
that's a
I mean
seahorse.
that I just accepted. It's cartoon logic.
A little seahorse.
To be fair, it did say nay when it pops up.
I say the nyeh.
So
But yeah, no, I do kind of like the twist though that after a while, Calamaria literally just becomes freaking Medusa of the sea, which kind of makes
Yeah.
sense considering isn't she supposed to technically be a siren?
Wait,
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
See Medusa. It's Sedusa. Call the Powerpuff Girls.
God damn
Ha
it!
ha ha ha.
Wow. But yeah, other than that, you want to take care of these eels as fast as possible because as you see there, periodically she will unleash an unblockable petrification attack.
Well, kind of
that-
unblockable. There is one small window above her head.
Right, but beyond... Oh, gee.
Oh, now she turned into a statue.
Oh, now she's just ahead.
Oh, crap.
And
Oh,
this part
boy.
right here can be very claustrophobic.
And
Welcome
welcome
to
to
Nin-
Gradius.
Ah, boy.
And yeah,
No!
and yeah, if you... Oh, I'm sorry, I was a bit ahead of you there. And again, if you
Aha,
are just...
ha ha, aha.
Literally about 30
So
minutes
again.
later. Oh,
30
no.
minutes later.
Again, we suffered with this fight. Honestly, I'd argue that we suffered worse here than we suffered with Call's robot.
That
Right.
pose she was... That pose she was just doing is like the
The
Venus de
statue,
Milo?
yeah, which explains why. Which actually, yeah, good detail. That's why it ends up. That's why that statue ends up being left behind without a head or arms.
Venus de Milo, by the way.
Venus de Milo, that's it.
Yeah, Venus de Milo. And speaking of Venus de Milo, welcome to Ninja Turtles
Yes.
for the NES.
No, I was thinking Gradius.
Either way, about dang time.
Sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
I noticed he was playing what would have been the world's smallest violin for people her size.
For her size, yeah. Because for us, it's the size of a dang plane.
It's the size of a cello.
And you guys got
A B.
a B.
Yeah.
We'll accept
I
it.
mean, they had a lot of problems with it. Nothing wrong with a B. That's still technically a passing grade.
It was
Just
a
yeah, no, I
mess.
still find it hilarious out of all the bosses, like even more so than Dr. Call. Call and Maria gave us the most shit.
Yeah.
Which is funny because we haven't even fought Dr. Call yet.
We'll get to him later. For now, we're heading up north because we actually are getting down to the last couple for this island.
Well, no.
Oh, this...
Oh.
Oh, what are you doing?
What should
We're
we do?
contemplating our next move,
Yeah,
and we
should
we go
realized,
and
no, we should Oh, that's right, that was blocked.
We gotta go
But
the secret
there's a
way.
shortcut.
Oh.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
we're-
Dr. Call,
Yep,
Yep.
here we go, folks.
Oh, that's right.
Easily the most infamous boss in the entire game, right here.
Oh my.
Well, let's go get him.
And that phase ain't for nothing, because now it's time for Dr. Call's robot in Junkyard Jive. Lord help us.
Which, by the way, has a compilation on YouTube. I suggest everybody go watch this. Of streamers and YouTubers who play this, seeing how far they truly got with just a robot.
Huh.
Yeah, go ahead, James.
So Dr. Call unleashes a lot at you at once. He's got the laser up top. He's got the little Vic Viper robots that are literally spewing out of his stomach.
Oh, careful.
And occasionally he spews these beams from these beam-like thingies from his heart.
Right.
And then eventually his heart does pop out.
Oh yeah, he's got stretchy arms.
The second you
boy.
defeat one of his things, he brings out a second attack still.
Right,
Yeah.
so he's always throwing at least 3 attacks to you at any given time. So there's usually a good order you want to try and knock them out in. Otherwise,
And wait.
so, well, I was gonna say, Matt, before the whole thing started, you guys kind of took off at light speed. This battle was also one that was heavily modified a little bit in one of the big updates for Cuphead to hopefully make it seem a little more, like
That's fair.
easier to understand what's actually happening.
Yeah.
Now, how much that?
Go watch the original thing that they had. It was
And later.
total bullshit.
For
Well, I
now,
want to say it's like you say that they had that patch to help make it more bearable. Would you say that patch really worked though?
yes.
Not really, no, because it's still a hard as balls fight.
Well, it doesn't make it easy. Again, what I meant by that hype is it doesn't make it easier. It just makes it more. Wow, I just realized how ironic this is. I'm trying to find a better word to explain easier to understand to hype so he can understand.
I was just making a joke about how did the patches help make the boss actually bearable?
Also, fuck those bombs.
I assume you mean the Chaos Emeralds.
Yes, that's Dr.
You take
Kyle,
my
and we both-
emeralds.
Okay.
I have the perfect equation to hinder your invasion.
Oh man, you were only halfway.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I know.
I don't know who did it, but I love that you tried to parry the blue one.
I was trying to move down to the. I was trying to move down to the
Oh,
other
dear.
one. And malfunction. So we're gonna now ask for a very small 30-second or so, just so we can talk about this from both of us who actually played it.
Right.
James, this was frustrating. Not as frustrating as I thought it would, but
I mean, honestly, I still find it ironic that Dr. Call didn't give us quite as much shit as Calabria did, but even then, it's it doesn't stop this fight from being very, very unbalanced, because not only is it just a matter of taking out the robot with all 600 of his attacks, you also got Dr. Call here, which is easily the longest stretch of the fight. But thankfully, granted, it's a good thing he's pretty much a one-trick pony, but even still. It's by this point, you probably only have so much health left at your disposal, and you got it's pretty much baby's first Toho at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
this is the endurance run.
Parry, you idiot! Parry!
No, well, he doesn't. I literally told him at that moment, don't. Given he had, oh geez, yeah, now don't parry
Uh-oh.
because be very cautious, because it lasts forever and it's only one attack, but that one attack lasts forever there.
You go.
Aww. And we stripped him down to his nothings.
Done.
Yeah.
The robot is complete. That's the other interesting thing is that we reclaimed the soul, not of Dr. Call. He gets to go free, but gosh dang, that robot, the Iron Giant's got to go.
I know, right? It's the
No
same thing as
following.
it's the same thing as Shiny Beard's shit.
Briny beard.
Or Briny Beard, my bad.
Shiny Beard, yeah.
Well, I'm sure if it's well kept enough, it could be Shiny Beard.
It could be.
I'll just call him. We'll just make it easy. Just call him Bluto.
Yeah,
alright,
it's
makes
Bluto.
sense.
Anyway, now that we're done with that shit. So Ludwig's been filling your mugs with his lust and more drivel, eh?
Right.
Keep talking to that fool, and soon nothing will sound right to you.
Aw.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
I don't.
I was
maybe
hoping
we,
to voice somebody in this, but okay.
Well, we can. Well, let's go to the theater because I don't want to go.
Oh,
less is
this
more.
boss.
Sally stage play in Dramatic Fanatic, and I believe this is the very last boss in the game that has a very special addition to it that was added with the update.
Yes, and I'm looking forward to seeing these two, Matt and Allie's reaction to it, because I saw it.
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen it.
Oh, but the Discord barked our call.
Yeah,
Okay.
that happened.
Oh.
Anyway, I was about to say, because a friend of mine was kind of doing a stream of getting all the stuff he needed to 100% the game, and he was wanting to find the hidden boss in this. once he saw what it entailed, him and his friend just lost it.
I mean, it's such a huge like shift compared to what's normally expected from this fight. So yeah, Sally's stage play. Honestly, she's not even that hard of a boss. Like, I'd argue she would be more fitting for like the second aisle than the third aisle. But even still, like she's still got plenty of tricks up her sleeve, or her umbrella rather.
There,
Right.
and
Also, am I the only one?
soon.
Am I the
You
only
should
one?
parry it a little higher.
Am I the only one who finds it funny that aisle 3 has the most characters that could totally come from Popeye, or at least are based
Totally.
off of Popeye?
Oh,
There you
definitely.
go. Oh,
Got
Oh,
it.
this is
I-
obviously
oh,
olive
wait,
oil.
hold on, Matt. Hold on.
oh.
They're both dead.
Oh,
So her husband dies at the altar.
And everyone loved it.
asbestos. Oh, Jesus.
So now she no longer goes to a nursery. She decided to then move away and become a nun. So it should be noted that this didn't surprise me, Hype. Like, I don't know.
Oh.
Well, we died. And this is where we're in the mystery phase. I was gonna say, Hype, this didn't surprise me as much because this was actually originally cut content. Like, this was meant to be.
Well,
in the
they didn't
original
know
version of
about
the
it, is
fight.
what I mean.
So let's get back to seeing how everything else goes. And
We decided to give it a
Actually,
little more shot because there's actually more to it than just the nunnery.
Can I just
Yeah.
say, with all the cut content that they re-added back in, I am still amazed they didn't add back in the pachinko machine.
Because I think it's been proven time again what gamers think of pachinko.
Well, it would make sense considering the gimmick of the second to last boss.
Yeah, the whole gimmick, everybody knows it. The whole
Oh.
gimmick that it's a casino, of course. Even American casinos, some of them
There
have
we go.
pachinko machines.
Okay, time for phase 3.
And for phase 3, they...
Oh.
Okay, I will admit, it kind of sucks I died right then and there because we didn't get to properly show off the third phase where Daddy Dearest here actually throws in a few extra tricks. But at this point, we decided, you know what? That's good enough. Let's just fight the boss properly.
well, because it's so hard to it's so hard to time the very rare kiss attack onto the cherubs to begin with, and we waste so much
Well, I
damage
would
trying to
say-
get that like that.
From what I've seen, like, timing isn't that hard. It's more so, like, being able to do it and get on there while avoiding her is the bigger challenge.
Right.
Right. I mean, I mean, the most you really need to know is that Daddy Dearest will be there, and for some of the other attacks that they do, they actually call upon their children to actually add in a few extra props that will get in your way.
Right.
Well,
But
the
yeah,
you.
I do
yeah,
like that.
here's
like
what's
the old
supposed to
SpongeBob.
happen.
You. Come on. Nice, tank it.
Oh boy.
Probably wasn't worth it, but I can always gotcha. But yeah. Otherwise, not a very rough fight. It's just something we have to very much keep your eyes on the screen because she will throw many
Yeah,
projectiles
it's not
from
that
all angles.
it's not hard. It's just visually busy.
You know, seeing this
Yeah.
one fight alone, I can understand why this game took so long to develop.
Oh, absolutely.
yeah.
I mean, even now we're still waiting on the DLC.
Also, video
Yeah.
game reference here. Her appearance.
Oh yeah.
Wait, her appearance here is actually her appearance
Thank you,
here and
Shadow
the whole
Dash.
godlike thing.
Like-
That is supposed to be based off of Kefka from.
Final Fantasy VI.
Oh.
I do like the little sign that pops
Oh.
up. I do like, kind of like in Final Fantasy, you see a little sign in the corner before each of her attacks.
But it's not yet.
It's not over yet because we still got the curtain call.
Aww.
But I actually will also say regarding that the alternate phase, like again when her hubby comes around, I believe the appearance he takes is actually based on one of the forms that you go fight before you actually deal with the final Kefka.
Yeah,
Oh.
it is. One of
That's
the.
neat.
In fact, you know what? I'm going to find it, throw it up into the video, just like above, put the two Kefkas, and then on the bottom, put the Sally stage play and Mr. stage play.
And slap.
So yeah, B- for that performance. I mean, people still loved it, but I assume it'll just be nothing more than a cult classic.
Yeah, we'll have to see how well that does in the reviews later.
Yeah, hopefully I'll make up for it in the digital sales.
Right. Okay, so with that said, ladies and gentlemen, our next boss fight is actually the one before we actually reach our proper climax. But I will also say, this is actually a boss I actually think, out of all of them, is actually easier with co-op.
I can see that, yeah.
That's
Fair. But.
Yeah, it's like I think it's literally the only one out of all of them that's actually easier with co-op.
Yeah, I mean that's again because everything else, all the health bars being extended, and some of the attacks that you were never meant to survive, lasting that long in can get very, very like overwhelming. So
It
go
kind of
ahead.
sounds like. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, so Matt, you were in the middle of saying something.
Yes, this is my favorite boss in the game.
The Phantom Express and Railroad Wrath.
Mainly because, one, go watch Gaijin Goomba's video on it, but every single monster on this train is based off of a yokai. Off of a Japanese creature.
Japanese mythology. Not only that, it's also a reference to the Ghost Train from Final Fantasy VI.
Yes! Another
suplex.
callback to Final Fantasy VI, but can we suplex the train?
No, unfortunately, we cannot.
Anyway, I forgot the name of the...
So that's the conductor that's the conductor gachi, whatever it's called.
Gasha Dokuro. The Gasha Dokuro,
Oh,
which is
okay.
a giant skeleton. The first one, I forgot the exact name. I'll find the exact ones. Hold on.
Yeah, I know it's supposed to be a 90 clearly, but yeah, they be taking care of the skull, and now we got what I like to affectionately call the Lollipop Guild.
The lantern thingies.
Oh, I see.
You know, I want to say, like, you talk about how this is actually.
Oh, that's right. This is also
easier.
the point where Logan decided to show off the second special art.
Yeah, this
actually
basically
forgot I had
gives
that
you
equipped.
like, it basically gives you limited invincibility.
Other than that, as James and I are showing off here, part of what makes this part of what makes this much easier is that you can actually designate somebody to be, I'll be the one shooting, and I'll cover, like, parrying this hand card left and right.
You know,
Right.
it really does make me think, like, do you think that, like, granted, this probably is kind of like a dumb thing to ask, but considering, like, this is actually a lot easier with co-op compared to the other bosses, do you think it might be an instance where they kind of forgot to upscale it for co-op in mind?
No, it's hard to say really, because they still take quite a bit of punishment. That being said, regardless of if you're playing solo or co-op, the trade is still the hardest part of the fight.
Yep, so get ready to dodge many attacks from the far right and above you.
Oh my.
You're gonna be okay, so that's what you gotta
Giddy up,
parry.
little doggy!
And then ah,
Whoa.
nuts!
And
Many
then
projectiles
die.
at once.
What a glorious night for me to bring the fight.
Right.
Too many projectiles.
Anyway, who here would like to know what each one is based off of? By the way, yes, the two Lollipop Guild are known as the Lollipop Ghouls.
Oh wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, enlighten us. Oh, by the way, our third special that we got from the last temple, basically your soul becomes buffed up, and once it's done with its attack, it lets out a heart, which you can parry.
That's his other half, his persona.
By the way,
Yeah. Go ahead. Okay, back to you, Matt.
So we talked about the Gasha Dokuro. The engine here is based off of the Aboro Guruma, which is basically a cart or any kind of vehicle that has a face on the end.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah, no,
He may as well pass as one.
And the first guy that the two long-necked ones are Mikoshi Nyodo, and then the first one that we fight is a Tenome, which is a being that has eyes on its hands, which, if you have ever seen Pan's Labyrinth, the Pale Man is also based off of a Tenome.
That's fair.
Interesting. But with that said, now that we've taken out the Phantom Express, we now have access to the wrong side of the tracks, Tish, and now we can access the final area of the game, Inkwell Hell.
Finally.
Oh my god.
So
But
that's,
in the next part.
yeah, that's gonna be its own little. You think with only 2 encounters in that game, or 2 encounters in that area would be a little easier to manage. They pack
Of
in a
course
beaver.
not.
Oh yeah, most especially with with our first challenge. But let's try our luck in Inkwell Hell. Next part, ladies and gentlemen.
Howdy ho.
Then
Do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, bye.
See you in hell.